Law enforcement officials from 27 countries which belong to Interpol have been working together to counter cybercrime across the continent. The operation saw cyber-attack enablers, including those hosting malware and phishing websites and compromised IP addresses, being taken down. Joined now by Genie Gan, Head of Public Affairs and Government Relations at Kaspersky, the global cybersecurity and digital privacy company. Genie, good afternoon to you and thank you for your time. How are you and Interpol working together?
Well, in not too many words, Interpol had initiated the Africa cyber search operation in July this year, which was intended to bring together law enforcement officials from 27 different Africa member countries. So, the working on actionable intelligence provided by Interpol private partners such as Kaspersky. So this intelligence focuses on opportunities to prevent, detect, and investigate and disrupt cybercrime through coordinated law enforcement activities, and of course, and all for one purpose, to create a safer world, which of course resonates with us at Kaspersky, not just because our mission statement is precisely to build a safer world, but also because we've been such long-standing partners with Interpol.
It's really difficult to track and trace cyber criminals. They operate anywhere around the world. They're good at hiding their tracks. How do you track them down?
Well, we do have dedicated researchers all around the world, and we're actually, actively as a company operating in 200 different territories around the world. So basically we have our Kaspersky's threat research, security services, as well as global research and analysis team that work on these on a daily basis to uncover the tracks of these cyber threat actors.
So many companies and government departments are vulnerable to this. In South Africa, we had a big hack at our ports operator, Transnet, which had a huge impact last year. Do you think governments and private companies take this seriously enough? I mean, people lose millions of rands, millions of dollars by not protecting themselves.
Well, actually, I feel that there are an increasing number of governments which are paying close attention to these cybersecurity trends, and in fact, starting to have conversations with private partners such as us to try to improve the critical information infrastructure and reactions to the kind of cyber threats that they're facing around in the region. So I think governments are starting to pay attention to this, but of course, different countries will be at different levels of maturity. Some more mature than the rest. And of course, to a large extent, the pandemic had derailed some of the, necessary action that were taken and just really distracting some of the actions and required actions by the governments. But I think by and large, more and more governments are really sitting up to pay attention to these topics.
Is it expensive to protect yourself from cyber hacking?
Well, it really depends who you are, whether you're an enterprise or whether you're an individual. But really, it's not that difficult. And there are very good endpoint solutions that can be sort of the basic to lay the foundation. And of course, apart from that, taking a very tiered approach when you're talking about businesses or enterprises, there would be more sophisticated technology and solutions that will be of help to protect the enterprise. So it really depends on who the target audience is.
Genie Gan, thank you, Head of Public Affairs and Government Relations at Kaspersky.